Quite often, I'll have a conversation that goes something like this. I'll be sitting with someone and we'll be talking about the state of the world, and they'll say, "How did we get this crazy? How did the insanity happen so fast?" And I've been thinking lots and lots about this. And obviously, I've done previous videos on what I believe is behind it, the communism, Marxism, and all of the socialism, those sorts of isms. However, I think one of the other things that gets overlooked quite often is the fact there's a lot of mental illness. Okay, let me kind of unpack it. We know that we live amongst people who, some of which are mentally ill. I mean, they're just kind of, functioning, let's say, but they're always on the edge. It's sort of like that Michael Douglas movie, Falling Down. It just takes an event to snap them, and all of a sudden, they're gone. It's like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and it's over. So when you look at what happened with COVID, and I don't blame COVID itself, I look at the response to COVID by all the different government agencies, bureaucrats, experts. It is in the way they responded that caused all the issues. Now, whatever was their motivation, whether it was to dominate the world or whether it was accidental, whatever, let's set that aside for a minute. Regardless, the consequences were the same. There was a group of people who were already mentally unstable who suddenly were pushed over the edge. How so? Well, lockdowns, constant fear campaigns, everything that was going on drove these people into the deep end of the pool. And as a net result, we're seeing the ramifications. Maybe that's what's behind all of the trans identities and the trans identifying, especially among children and young people as well. I agree it's a social contagion, but it's easy to feed upon it when the fears are there. Not only the fears of the people that are expressing it, like I said, young people, but the fear of the parents. The parents are living in a state of paranoia as well. You have, again, like I said, if you have mentally unstable children, they may also have mentally unstable parents. And I'm not saying every parent is. I'm saying that there's a group of us in society that are always, like I said, on the edge. And up until a few years ago, the American Psychiatric Association labeled gender dysphoria as a mental illness, just like anorexia or bulimia, any one of those. However, that is obviously changed now because it's fashionable and it's not deemed to be the same. But again, if we agree that that's what it was, could these people who are suddenly all identifying and doing all of these things be a easy explanation and say part of what has happened here is that these people have snapped and gone off the deep end? And if that's the case, then we need to get them psychiatric help. Gender mutilating care won't solve a psychiatric issue. It's it's a mind issue. It's a brain issue. And that's really what has to be looked at. And it could be from a myriad of viewpoints. It could be, but like I said, this is what I believe has led us to where we are, where we're seeing all of these record amounts of people who are now identifying. I mean, in the US, it went from 0.6% or something to up to 5% in some age groups who are identifying this way. And again, I believe, like I said, a percentage are always on that fragile kind of edge. And these people were pushed over, whether intentional or unintentional. Well, we can debate that and I'll let you decide. But regardless, the consequences are the same. And now we're living with it. And now what we have to do is we have to deal with it and deal with a mental health issue that is got to be looked at to solve, because that's what it's going to take. Is going to take compassionate people who are actually committed to wanting to solve this and not just glossing over it and pretending like a man is a woman and a woman is a man, and that isn't going to fix anything. So anyway, I do appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Please post any comments you have. You're welcome to, like I said, chime in. Check out some of my past videos. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channels, please do so. I'm on Rumble. I've also now joined Twitter as well. And you can find me at Camera612 on Twitter. And like I said, look forward to getting your feedback, and I'll see you next time.